Hello YouTube, this is Megan's Apathetic Car Reviews, or as I like to call it, parts and emotional labor.
So are you recording all of the nefarious activities?
For the uninitiated, these reviews are meant to provide an unresearched, disinterested perspective on supercars, or luxury cars, or whatever. I don't like white cars in general.
Just get that right off the bat.
Yeah.
Start off. White sucks.
Yeah. No, okay. So this is a 2009
9.
Ferrari Scuderia.
430 Scuderia.
Oh, 430 Scuderia.
Yeah, it's not the F430, it's the 430 Scuderia. The drop the F.
Drop the F?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's a 430, and it's the same. It's not the same, but, you know.
It's the same, but not the same.
I'm going to need Dan to help me out with the particulars of what is or isn't on this car that makes the price differential what it is. Okay, so 2009 Dan has some expendable income somehow, wasn't in real estate, and you had the money to buy either this F430 or a Ferrari Scuderia, and at the time that would have been top of the line Ferrari whatever.
For the V8s.
For the V8s, very good. Okay, what would be the price differential at that time?
New? I think it was like a $50,000 option.
$50,000.
That's where it started.
Oh.
But there was lots of
It
cars.
escalates quickly.
Yeah, I would say
with Ferrari.
On average, these were probably $75,000 more at the time. New.
And so people got them, but I'm sure
But
like...
you had to be invited.
You had to be invited to buy this car.
These were not like...
This is an invitation-only car.
You could not just walk in the front and be like, hey, I want a Scuderia. And they'd be like, F off.
No, we've talked about that before. I drove the Superleggera,
Yep.
and my experience with that car versus other Lamborghinis, it was just really hard, and it was less comfortable, obviously, on the inside than a lot of other cars. It's meant to be. They stripped those cars down.
Yep.
They strip. Does this have air conditioner?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And a radio.
Oh, well. I
Yeah.
mean, they could have saved weight there.
Yeah.
What did they strip out of it then?
A lot of it's interior stuff.
Naturally.
Like tons of comfort
There
stuff.
are no creature comforts in these cars.
No sound deadening. So it's very, very loud.
I'm sure.
Lighter wheels. There's carbon fiber everywhere. Even the trunk doesn't have any like carpet. There's no carpet anywhere in the car.
Okay. What's on the floor then?
Metal.
Oh, it is metal on the
It's
floor.
just a metal floorboard.
Okay, is that what's under the carpet in other Ferraris? Probably not. That looks pretty.
Well, they purposely made it look nice.
Yeah, I'm sure they did. So, for $50,000 to $75,000,
You get less.
yes.
Less.
It's like somebody at Ferrari or Lamborghini one year, they're like, they ran out of like X number of parts for the interiors, and they're like, and like employee of the month, or guy who became employee of the month was like, let's just not put it in.
And charge more.
And call it the race version of the car.
Well, to be fair, this is very close to the challenge car.
Cool.
Which is the actual race car version of the 430. So there's
And no one wants to buy the actual challenge cars because they're beat to shit.
they're race cars. Race cars get beat up.
Okay.
And they're ridiculous. Like they are true race cars, like nothing.
You have to crawl in through the window.
Yeah, they have roll cage. Well, the door still opens, but there is a roll cage. You have to crawl over. It's not street legal. They're not meant to
Okay,
be.
so again, as someone who has the disinterested perspective, explain to me, it can't just be that they stripped interior stuff.
No, there's
they
more
must
stuff.
have added
Yes.
performance parts.
Yes, they did.
And so help me understand, because
Okay.
stripping stuff out doesn't cost them anything. I have to believe.
Well, yeah. The removal of like carpeting and sound deadening saves money, but the materials they use and other things cost more.
Okay, like what?
So like these wheels are, I believe they're magnesium wheels. They're very
Ooh,
expensive.
Magnesium.
Yes.
That's an important
Yes.
mineral.
There's a lot of It's an element.
I mean, and you need it for your like diet and
Yeah,
stuff.
you do.
Yeah.
You'd die without it.
Yeah.
It's got carbon ceramic brakes. It's got carbon fiber bits everywhere.
Well, I see the carbon fiber, and that's very
it's got
pretty.
it's got actually a little tiny spoiler on the rear. See, like it's
That is true. I have not seen that.
a little tiny ducktail.
Yeah, which is cute.
Yeah.
I was like, ooh,
But like this is Lexan.
what's that?
It's Lexan.
What's Lex? Spell that.
Lexan.
Lexan is what?
Plexiglass. It's plastic.
Okay, so we're going to talk about plexiglass being expensive.
I don't know if it's more or less than glass.
They had to call it something else, because if they called it Plexiglass. People would be like, "Rrr."
Lexan is like Kleenex, right? It's the name brand.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
The more you know.
Yeah.
Okay, so Lexan
It's-
is a
but it's-
fancy bougie name for plastic glass.
Yeah.
You guys are so full of shit.
It's got a totally
And-
different exhaust. See, it exits in the middle.
Oh, yeah, I see that. Okay.
So it's a unique, and it's a totally different diffuser. This is, well, you could get this option in the regular 430.
I like that option with the
Yeah.
And
And then
so-
the engine itself has more power and a different ignition system.
How much more power does it have?
I think it's only like 10.
Horsepower?
Yeah.
10?
Yeah.
For a $75,000 option? 10?
Yeah.
10?
It might be 5. But to be fair, it revs differently. It revs faster, and being that it's a lighter car, it actually performs more. But also, the transmission is actually different too.
Okay.
It's well, all right. You're gonna really give me shit for this one. It's the same transmission, but they put different internal bits so it shifts faster. So it has a different computer. They call it, so like the normal 430 has what's called the SF1, Super Fast 1 transmission.
Is that what SF stands for?
Yeah, and this has the
Okay.
SF2.
Super Fast 2.
Yep, Super Fast version 2. And it's noticed, you'll see, it's different.
Okay. I'll notice the transmission difference.
Yes, you will.
This is an unresearched, disinterested perspective.
I
I don't
think
notice
you
a
will-
transmission difference.
You'll feel it.
Okay. Well, I mean, if it's like the Superleggera,
Yeah,
the stripped
it
down
is.
version of the Lamborghini,
That
then it's
shifted
just like
very hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very jerky. It's not smooth. It doesn't.
Well, this is smooth. You'll see. You'll see. I don't want to taint your opinion.
You'll see. You'll see.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
trust me. Trust me.
Yeah, it's so
Here,
cool.
well, as long as you're there, when I pop the engine thing.
Okay. This is pretty setup. This is optioned well.
Yeah, lots
this
of carbon fiber.
carbon fiber
So
everywhere.
these are factory, like these were Scuderia only, the carbon air boxes, and then the carbon intake is Scuderia only. Oh yeah, and it says Scuderia. See,
Well,
430 Scuderia. Ooh.
should cost $15,000.
Yeah, for
Scuderia.
that.
Yeah.
For the most part, the engine's basically the same.
So is it like sound better than a F430?
I mean, sounds opinion, but I think so.
Okay. All right. Oh, there's some red bits under there. Very
Yeah,
subtle.
still got the red valve covers.
Okay, yeah. So this is beautiful.
Yeah.
I've never been. I heard Dan was getting a white car. I'm like, I have to say, like the white and gray. It's a very tastefully appointed car with the carbon fiber.
classy.
All on the inside. It is. It's really much prettier than you. I mean, I like what.
Same thing for me.
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be ugly. I love it.
It's beautiful. It's really well done. Obviously, they took really good care of the paint. From what I can.
Yeah,
I mean,
well, white's
as
easy.
far as I'm an expert.
White's
I'm
easy.
not. But it looks really beautiful. Other than this car, the only white car I really loved was obviously Ryan's
Yeah.
458 with the red interior that's quilted, and that's
Yeah.
just titties. Red and white is, but that's still hot right now.
It is.
With red and white still
Gotta
hot.
watch the dog.
Oh, they could have done white with like blue and blue interior, but that's really ostentatious.
Yeah.
So
It's kind of punchy in the face.
yeah, and this is just more subtle.
Want to see the trunk?
I guess so. It just has.
Oh, it has a unique front bumper too.
Sorry about the mess, guys. We are still in the stages of building a Normal Guy Studio 2.0, and due to supply chain issues, the cabinets have not arrived yet.
See, it's got a unique bumper. It's a different bumper. See, there is
No carpet.
like literally the metal of the trunk is exposed.
But you want that.
Yeah, it's light. See,
You want that.
it's metal.
It's
Funny
little-
enough, that makes it actually slightly more spacious.
Yeah. So yeah, you could put well, whatever. You can put more in your Scuderia.
When I drove it home with my backpack in there, and it was 100 and whatever out, my backpack was so hot because there's nothing.
Yeah, there's nothing
there's no
insulating it
insulation.
from the elements.
It was
Momo, what do you think? Yeah.
So I don't know. I can fit.
Yet you could. We'd never put you in the trunk.
Oh.
Oh, Alcantara.
Oh yeah, lots of Alcantara.
They still put Alcantara in it. That's probably more weight.
Well, it's lighter than leather.
I suppose that's true.
Mo wants in.
Yeah. No.
No Mo, but I want to race.
He's like, that's carbon fiber. That's carbon fiber. Okay. Oh, good. Oh, race seats.
Yeah.
Notice that immediately. Mm-hmm. Good Lord. You have to be my size.
Oh yeah, the seats are tight
They are tight.
and they're carbon fiber.
Well, yeah, I assumed. And they have a thin layer of Alcantara.
They only go forward and back, no up and down.
I'm sure. Oh, no. No on the carbon fiber. Okay. Good Lord. Okay, so this doesn't get any higher.
Oh, the steering wheel moves.
Okay, so I can pull that. So I'm going to be like this again. And stupid, more expensive option.
Well, the seat back can go forward. You got to spin it. A little knob. There you go.
That's so janky for 250 grand. Or
It's lighter. The seats that saves probably 100 pounds.
I suppose that's right.
This car is like 300 pounds lighter than a normal 430. That's pretty substantial. It's under 3,000 pounds, which is really impressive.
Cool. It doesn't go up any, but the steering wheel does go down.
Yeah, there's a thing on the left side of it. Your other left.
Don't put that in. This? Ooh.
Yep, that's it.
Okay.
Go up and down. You probably got to
That's about the maximum down.
push it back to box it. Otherwise, you're gonna.
Okay, yeah. Carbon fiber everywhere.
Yeah, no like frills in the door panels. It's just a big piece of carbon.
Yeah, I mean, and the floorboards are indeed
Metal.
metal, and they have a little rivet pattern in them. That's pretty. Oh shit! Yeah, you can see the bolts down here.
Yeah, they don't hide anything.
Yeah,
It's like whatever.
they're not trying.
No.
We're going less for more, boys. It obviously has a radio. It's got the speakers. Yeah, the interior's in really, really pretty condition. And again, the color combo, these seats with the white and the gray stripe is tastefully done. They did good.
Yeah, I was apprehensive about the color combo when we heard about it, but
Yeah.
I like it in
I do
person.
too.
It doesn't look great on pictures. It looks amazing in person.
It does. Carbon fiber inset
Yeah,
there.
it's got a different tachometer.
It
center.
does look different, doesn't it? Okay.
All of this is pretty much the same, although the knobs are black.
What are they in the
Gray.
F430? Oh,
Same janky radio.
well, alrighty then.
No glove box.
That makes sense.
Yeah, you don't get a glove box. You get a pouch. Little thingy back here.
Very few quirks and features,
Nope.
Mr. DeMiro.
It's all about going fast.
Yeah. Well, I think maybe we take it for a ride.
Yeah, let's do it.
I got an idea though. I need someone to watch my baby. So let's drop him off at Grandma and Grandpa's and then go back to the old stomping grounds and see what this can do.
Okay.
Okay. Here we are in my 2009 Ferrari F430 Scuderia.
430 Scuderia.
430
No F.
Scuderia. No F.
They got rid of the F. The F
Yeah.
was
Impolite.
superfluous.
Yeah. You know, I'm going to have to sell it because I bought 5 houses in Florida with adjustable rate mortgages, but that's how it goes. And
Then pull that paddle.
pull this. Oh, yeah, I remember. And it's in 1.
It says auto.
Yeah.
Okay, you're good.
Okay, so, right. It's in race. Do I want it in that?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, all right. Whoa.
You'll roll back until you give it gas.
Okay.
It's okay though.
Okay, let's just get used to this. Yes, this is a lot like the Superleggera. I can tell already. You feel every little bump. You hear everything.
Yeah.
Okay. And this is a super low car. Is this lower than a F430?
Probably a little bit.
Okay. As usual in these super, super low cars, you have to worry about every last little bump you see coming. Then once I get to a good straightaway, we can see all the tens of extra horsepower. Ugh, what is that?
That was your little thing.
Oh, it's my hair thing. As I was saying, once we get to a safe, straight road, I will show you the $10,000 per horsepower edition you can buy with the Scuderia. So how many of the Scuderias did they make in this?
1,500.
And they made how many 430s?
Like 17,000, 18,000.
And 1,500. Okay, so
It's pretty rare.
yeah. So they made a Spider version of these.
Yeah.
Isn't it a Spider when it has its convertible top?
Yeah.
Okay. So it would be a 430 Scuderia Spider.
Well, they called it the 16M because they wanted to f up everyone.
Okay.
So it's called the 430 16M,
Whatever.
which I don't know what that stands for. I'm sure it stands for something.
Yeah.
Everything in Ferrari stands for something.
So at the time, how much did these cost?
This probably would have been like, I'm guessing 275, maybe 300.
Okay. And so these days then, because of, I guess, their scarcity,
Mm-hmm.
these are more these days than the 458s,
Yes.
which are, you know, a hot car still, I guess.
Yeah.
And so that's impressive.
Yeah.
They're coming up on the 488s, aren't they?
Yeah, you could. Some of these are more than 480s. Yeah.
And so the special version of the 458 is the Speciale,
Correct.
and then the special version of the 488 is the Pista.
Yep.
Holy shit.
You got it all.
There we go.
Boom. Knowledge bombs.
Unless you turn any of those into a convertible, and then it's something else.
Sometimes. It's like the
Sometimes.
the Pista Spider.
Pista Spider. Okay.
Because we got rid of the 16M.
Okay. Yeah, that's loud. You
Yeah.
can definitely hear it. It's not quite as herky-jerky as the Superleggera.
No, it's way
It's
smoother.
better than that.
It's way smoother, yeah. The transmission's very impressive in this car.
The transmission is what's responsible for the relative level of jerkiness.
Yes.
Okay. And the transmission was one of their special parts for this
yeah,
car.
This is a unique transmission to this car.
Okay, and what's unique about it?
They modified the synchros, they put in a different shift box, it's got a different computer.
Oh, I can already hear it popping. I'm barely doing anything.
Yeah, there you go.
So it's clearly got a burble. If PPF is such a good idea, why don't they just do it at the factory?
I don't know, that's an interesting point, or even if they just had it as a factory option.
Yeah, it seems like it would be a factory option, and they could charge people like some ridiculously stupid amount
Oh,
for it.
yeah.
They'd be like, this is a $30,000 option.
But people would pay for it to have it already done, because they could do it perfectly.
Yeah.
Because they could add it before the panels are even put on the car.
So what's the, then, I mean, there must be an argument against PPF.
Yeah, I mean, it's a maintenance point. It does have to be changed out every 10 years or so.
It's kind of like breast implants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very expensive, look great.
And it can do a lot of damage coming out, and putting the new stuff on, you might have to do a bunch of paint correction.
Yeah, totally
Which-
like breast implants.
Yeah, it's exactly like breast implants. It's an
Yeah.
expensive option. You know, they both up the dollar value.
True.
Yeah. Is this a well-optioned Scuderia?
Yes.
How do we know that?
It's pretty much got all the carbon fiber bits.
Oh, okay. And that's really the big option?
Yeah, there's lots of carbon fiber options.
Okay. There's not like any over and above performance options?
No.
Okay. They all... Okay. Yeah. That's pretty good. But you can tell it's... Yeah, it's not like the F430 or the other, like the 458, because you can feel so much more through the steering wheel.
Yeah, it's very responsive.
It's very responsive, much like the Superleggera, but smoother on stopping and starting than the Superleggera. So
Oh yeah.
for my very limited, I mean, granted, I call it limited, but
You've driven a lot.
I've driven more Ferraris than a lot of you, so say what you want about my knowledge base, guys. From my perspective, which is limited to the supercars I have driven, it has a point on the Superleggera in terms of it stopping and starting. Although the Superleggera, it's pimp.
It's fun.
Yeah, it's super fun, and like that orange color was the shit. So Steve, we
Well
like
done.
that.
Yeah, well done, Steve.
Yeah. Good choice, sir.
I think that might be one of the few cars where I'm like, damn, I would have loved to have kept that one, but it's okay.
What can I expect in terms of my 0 to 60 improvement over the F430?
I actually need to look that up. I don't know the specific number.
Oh, man.
I know. But I know it basically runs the same quarter mile as a 458. It's basically the same.
What year did the 458 first show up?
2010, the next year.
Oh, okay, cool. So this is the last generation.
This is it.
This is
yeah.
the newest
430.
430 Scuderia to be had.
Yeah, I think they only made them in 08 and 09 for the Scuds.
Okay. It has a nice sound. You know, I don't care as much about the sound as you guys. And that's an understatement. I don't care at all. As far as I can tell, it's a nice sound. Is this is the same exhaust it came with from the factory?
This is it.
Do people tend not to change them out on these Scuds because
No,
they're
they
special?
Do. They
Okay.
still do. But I did pull the valves on it.
Here we have it. Yeah. Feel that 10 extra horsepower. Yeah, that's good.
That'll do.
You gotta be careful with that. Certainly feels a bit more, although it's still pretty smooth, it certainly feels a bit more violent in the 430,
Yeah.
to my recollection. Whoa! Did they make any of these in stick?
Yeah. No, not the Scuderia.
Oh, okay.
No.
So when was the last, like, stick?
430. The
The
regular
430, the
F430.
regular, and why not?
Yeah, because it's better this way.
I mean, it is going to drive better, granted,
Well,
because
Race car, they want it to be faster versus fun.
okay.
There you go.
The arguable fun of shifting.
Yes.
Okay. Woo! That'll get squirrely. Whoa! That could get away from you if you weren't watching it.
Yeah.
Calm down, Scud. Calm down. Points on the gracefulness of the stop-start on this car for being the stripped-down race version.
It's still surprisingly tame, like smooth and drivable.
Yeah, I agree. And it'll outperform a 458.
It'll be basically the same.
Basically the same. Can't, not the 488.
No.
When are you guys gonna get one of those AMG or whatever things that I like?
We want one. It's just finding one for a good
Are they
price.
scarce?
No, just finding one at a good price.
It has to be green. It can't
Yes.
be anything else. If anybody who is viewing has one of those, what are they?
AMG GTR.
AMG GTR in the green color.
How
That
green?
is arguably Megan's favorite car if she has one, by the looks of it. I would love to review it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you just put yourself out there, please slide into Dan's DMs.
Yes. Hook us up with a good deal.
Well, I don't know. I don't care if they buy it, but
No.
I would like to drive it. And because I'm an internet celebrity, you should just let me borrow your car. Yep. Whoa! That's nice. So would Art convert a Scud if somebody wanted him to?
They did.
Like well, I know he did for
I drove it.
himself. I remember.
Yeah. No, he
But-
sold that.
but-
And yeah, they've
yeah.
done 3 of them now.
Oh, they've done 3 of them.
Yeah.
And people are probably, like some people are, I imagine, angry.
I mean, there were some purists that were, but the Scud was more difficult to convert because
The computer was different, right?
computers are
Oh.
unique. They're different. So it did not want to be programmed to be a manual because it never was meant to be a manual.
Gotcha.
They spent a lot of money on that.
On the computer
Yes.
components of it.
Yeah.
Go see our good friends, the Bartotsics,
Yes.
for your Scud conversion needs.
Yeah, they've done a couple now.
Cool. In summation, I mean, I like it as well as a lot of supercars I've driven. I do think it has an edge for my personal taste over the Superleggera, which is the competitor of the same era, because it drives more smoothly. It just does drive smoothly. Still shocked that they didn't put more power in the engine for the surplus of price, but I guess they didn't have to. It does impressively outperform the 430, F430, sorry. For what this is worth coming from me. Get it. Yeah.